Thank you very much. And there are another one technical question. For example, if we would like to use as the input for our module the data, for example, from Sentinel-1 or Sentinel-2 that are already stored on Amazon storage. So what will be the procedure for importing these data directly from Amazon, or do we need to download them locally and then to import to VLab?
No, you can. VLab works with data which is ingested from the web in general. So you don't need to download locally and then upload to VLab. After you have done the porting, you just provide the link of where the data is, and VLab will take care of downloading it to the container for processing. So if the data is already, for example, on Amazon, it will be VLab to take care of it.
Thank you.
Okay, so finally the downloading has completed, and then we run the installation for this software. And again, here you have a list of possible options you are required to install the software, and here you have all the answers that must be provided in order for this test to work. So let me just do everything that is reported here. Okay, enter and enter, then yes, then enter, yes, the Python executable. There you go. And installation is now being done. Okay, this is no. Okay, so we have installed the Snap tool, and then we are going to configure it. So we enter here and run the configuration for the Python version of Snap. And should almost be done. Okay. Okay. Now the last couple of tweaks in order to enable this to work. Since we are processing Sentinel images, we will need to increase the default memory assigned to this library, Snappy, and this is done with these commands. Then we need to update the setup, there we go, and link some HDF libraries. Okay, and then we need to install the unzip tool in order to unzip the Sentinel product. The unzip is not, natively installed on the image we used to start this container, so we need to install it manually. What I'm doing now is something that must be done only once. It's not every time. Okay. So now we are ready. We can go to the source folder that, if you remember, we had called /s2png. And we see here that we have the source scripts. We make this run.sh executable. Okay, and now all the libraries have been installed. What we do now is to copy the test data where the model expects to find it. So in the data, in the data folder, okay, thank you. So I create the data folder and copy this file here. Okay, so now we are ready, and we test the model by launching the run.sh. And this is extracting the file and converting to PNG. This will take 2 or 3 minutes on this machine, my machine. So when this is completed, you will find this image here, and you can check if everything worked fine. While this is completing, we can move on unless there are some other specific question about what we have seen so far. Okay. No question. Okay, I just wait for the end of the processing, because otherwise it is not clear what we are going to do later. So what we will then do is to save the Docker image we have created and to share it on Docker Hub. In order to save the Docker image we have created, we will open a new terminal and use this command, which is docker commit. The docker commit essentially takes a snapshot of a running container and creates an image from that snapshot. So it's a very easy way to create an image instead of having to write the Docker file using its syntax and so on. This is really the easiest way. You start from an existing image, you install the libraries that you need, and when you are happy with it, you just type docker commit, and a new image is created and is ready to be shared and utilized by others. Okay, so here the processing completed, and we can see that in our folder here under data we have this S2 PNG, which should appear, here it is, exactly as on the website. So our test was successful. So we are ready with the container we have created. We clean it, so we remove the temporary files which have been created during the test execution. Okay. And as I was saying, we are ready to create the new image. We open a new terminal and we do docker commit. Docker commit. There we go. A new terminal. Okay, we use docker commit VLab test, which is the name of the container we have used to launch the image. And then we need to give the new image a name. Usually you want to use your Docker Hub username, in this case the laboratory, as a prefix, and as a suffix, I don't know, test web. So we commit. So what Docker is now doing, it is creating a snapshot, well, it is taking a snapshot of the running container and is creating a new image. Okay, so create a new image is here. What we have done is Docker commit. The Docker took a snapshot of this container and created a new image. And now we are going to share this image. First, logging in into Docker using this command, docker login. The laboratory is fine. The password. And we share the image with this command, docker push. Okay, so we do docker push and the name of the image which we have just committed. So docker push VLab vlaboratory / test web. This is taking some time, but we can move on while it is uploading the image.